Sandeep, 1 minute. Just now I got off this call and I'll come back.
Omar Sharif.
Yes, Aditi.
Omar Sharif.
Hello, yes, sir.
Can you turn on your camera?
Yes, sir, 1 minute. Sir, there is some power issue here, that's why I switched it off. This one.
Okay. Tell me what were the tools that you worked on? What is your confidence level of all the tools? Can you list the tools that you worked on, that you implemented?
Yes, sir, Git. Starting with AWS after AWS part, that the storage, networking, and the networking side, the CloudWatch monitoring side. Then apart from AWS, we have Git. Then after Git we have the Jenkins, and in Jenkins we have the Jenkins integration with the uh, creating the pipelines, the declarative ways. In that we have basically to integrate with Jenkins, then and Docker, and to build up pipelines. And in that we have the integration with the Sonar, Jenkins pipelines, declarative scripts, and then coming to the Docker containers, creating of the images and pushing to the registry, and Kubernetes.
That's it.
Yes, like these are the tools that we have worked on. So,
You didn't work on Terraform?
yes, Terraform not yet covered fully. Just the
No, yeah, you leave about coverage part. Have you created EC2 instance?
yes, sir, the first class that I have attended, I've worked on that part. That
Have you
install.
aware of Terraform modules?
Not completely, sir. That will have to go through it.
You are not clear on the Terraform modules. When you will be get clear then? Are you attending sessions daily?
Yes, sir. I'm attending, sir.
We are pinging in group. We do have a Q&A daily, right?
Yes, sir. The Terraform, I'm not completely aware of all the concepts on Terraform.
Have you attended Terraform session?
Yes, sir, I've attended, sir, but there was only one session, I think so. On Terraform, I've attended.
One session only. So that session, did we given the Terraform modules?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm asking. Are you aware of those modules?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can you list some of the modules? So say suppose if you want to create an infra in AWS services, can you list some modules?
Yes, sir. Basically, the modules in the sense like that, if you want to create the infrastructure, for example, if you want to go with the EC2 instance creation, then we have that Terraform -AWS EC2 instance. So here we will provision the EC2 instances with the security group keys and the tags. Then we have the AWS Terraform AWS VPC. So this is the where we create the complete VPC via the Terraform, which includes the subnets, the route tables, internet gateways, and the NAT gateways. And other modules are like we have the Terraform AWS security groups, and then the S3 buckets, and IAM, which has their roles, policies and group, and also we can set up that EKS cluster via the Terraform.
Have you configured Ingress?
Yes, I worked on one project on Ingress via the eCase, sir. I've done it. When we have shared the assignments, so one time I've done that.
Okay, why do we prefer Ingress and what is the dependency of Ingress? What purpose we use Ingress?
So Ingress is basically the like it's a actual implementation so that reads through the rules and configurations. Basically,
What is meant by that? Can you elaborate?
so see, via the services, right? So if we are not able to access the application through the uh, load balancer, so in this case, we will go with the Ingress.
Is Ingress a service?
No, sir, Ingress is not a service.
Then what it is?
It's basically it's a control. It's like controllers. So like for example, if you want to run the pod inside the cluster, so we will go with the Ingress as well.
How to set Docker config? Are you aware of Docker config?
Docker config.
See, you no need to see your screen and tell the answers here. That's why I'm asking you guys to turn on your camera. Okay. See, if you know the concepts, if you worked on Docker, we need answers from you, Sharif. Even though you guys worked on it and you are not able to tell the answers clearly, when you will be prepared then? Even I'm getting the same feedback from Q&A, which Sandeep was taking, right?
Yes.
Tell me, are you clear on all the concepts?
Yes, I'm clear but need to practice more, sir, on the concept.
When you will be practiced here, we need to start your placements, no?
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Then you know everything. Then what is the problem here? When you will be prepared, then even we will keep on saying the same thing. Then it's waste of spending time here, no? Morning and evening, correct? Are you blocking somewhere,
Yes,
or are you stuck somewhere, or do you have any commitments to prepare?
Also, like I just had some family issues from past 1 to 2 weeks. That's why I was a bit not in complete.
Family part is different, right?
Yes, sir. I will take time and work on it now regularly and prepare for the interview.
When we need to start our placements, yeah, we are waiting for you guys to, because we'll have to wind up the sessions and we need to start your placements, right?
Yes, correct.
We have some more concepts to cover, and after that we wind up the sessions then. Okay. Amruta, yes.
Probably I'll prepare in just 2 weeks time. By month end, we have to be ready for the interviews.
I don't know, you are keep on saying the same thing. I used to see when I joined Q&A with Sandeep also, you said the same thing. Amruta, yes.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how to do the Docker config. Basically, say like you need to implement Docker in your project, okay? From scratch. So what are all the concepts that you will take care and what you will configure?
First of all, I'll go with the Docker file. I'll write the Docker file and I'll go with the Docker file first. Means I'll write the Docker file and
You will only write a Docker file.
No, means we'll write
That's
YAML.
what whom you are waiting to explain the answers, Amrita is.
No one.
Do we need to push somebody to say the answers, the
No.
statements?
No.
Then you should keep on say, right?
Yes.
After Docker file, what you will do and what configuration that you will have to do.
I'll go with the Docker file and then I'll write YAML file.
Only two things. See, you are not clear on the topic first. This is a direct feedback for you. Okay. And when you know the topic, you will, the spontaneous should come. Right? Basically, you need to configure Docker, what are all the prerequisites that you need, and what we do with the Docker, and what to check, and what is the dependency of that. You will have to tell that way, right? Have you containerized Jenkins?
Yes, I have done.
You can take that an example and you can explain that, no? Correct, right?
Yes, I have done this all, but I'm unable to explain the concept.
You are unable to explain. See, another 2 to 3 weeks, you are going to get a job, right?
Yeah.
Then if you are saying this same way, you will not get a job, to be frank.
No, I'll work on that. Means
That's what you people are saying the same reason whenever we take Q&A, even though when we informed in morning, even though when we informed day before early also, you will say the same thing. You will have to work on it. You will have to see known concept cover ಮಾಡಿರೋದೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ then it's my fault, right? We had an internal discussion that the class did not went well and due to that candidate is not prepared.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್
you will say the same reason when we asked after 1 week also. You will tell the same reason. Tell me how to log into Docker container. How to log into Docker container? I'm asking you only. If you know the answer, you can say, else I'll move to another candidate, okay? Amrita, yes. Siddesh, I am.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, why do we prefer daemon set in Kubernetes?
Sir, basically, we use the daemon set to manage the pods.
Siddesh, 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
By the way, don't mention sir when you are giving an interview. It's kind of an interview, okay?
Okay, sir.
Let's be a casual talk. Okay? Let's be a professionals. Okay? Now tell me, why do we prefer daemon set and what scenario we use daemon set?
Yeah, we prefer the daemon set when we are creating and then managing the parts. So that way, that one copy on every node is selected as the labels in the node. So actual work on inside the parts that the daemon manages. So basically, we don't it will not create automatically. We deploy it, and then some of the so when we go with the daemon set, it will schedules the one parts per particular node, and then it will check all the availability nodes in the cluster. Then if we create a new node, Kubernetes it will deploy the pod on the new node, by configure the daemon set, and then if the node is deleted or particular pod is running inside the node, it will be deleted.
What will get deleted?
So pod. So node will be deleted.
When pod will get deleted?
So when pod which is running inside the node.
When node will deleted?
When node will,
See, that's what you need to, when you are making a statement, your statement should be very clear, right? Did I give the same, when I'm explaining in the morning session, did I explain the same way when you explained the concept of daemon set? Nobody will understand your statement here. Let's ask for a feedback for Jairam. Did you understood Siddesh's statement clearly? And is he a proper way that he explained?
No, sir.
Because I got confused. Okay, Siddesh.
Yes, sir.
Your statements looks like you have biated. Correct?
Yes,
You
sir.
need to prepare your own statements here. Don't biat the statement which I have given to you for everyone. Tell me when your pod will get created.
So we created, and the time you can create one pod.
See, this is what I told. When your pod will get created, again the same question. When your pod will get created, yeah? Have you created a pod?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask this way.
So-
when your pod will get deployed?
So we create the YAML file for that pod creation, and then we after that save it and then exit, and then kubectl apply -f followed by the file name, and after that it will create it.
The ask is simple. When your pod will get created or deployed? Did I told you to explain VI? See, it looks like you went for some sessions, you learned somewhere, and you came here. That's what my understanding here. Correct? They'll think like that, right? You went for some training and you pay some fee and you came here. Correct? Is it the candidate that they wanted, the resource? You need to showcase that you worked on it handy. You need to showcase that you worked on hands-on, right? When pod will get deployed, when you run apply that YAML, the pod will get created. Simple, right?
Yes.
Did
Yes,
I told you to explain that VI mode and you will write a YAML and see, who will say that, yaar? You need to think on that, no? Correct? When you guys are, you will learn this then. See, we are really tired on some of the candidates in this batch here. Even when we are keep on saying the same thing and you will do the same thing, you will not get a job, for sure. So we already informed some of the candidates, we're going to remove it. We'll see. Tell me, Siddesh, what is VPC?
Sir, VPC it is nothing but what all private cloud. So when we are going to networking part, we go the VPC. It will when in our organization we create the VPC when we are deploy the applications.
Wait. Don't say the unwanted statements here. Correct, right? You need to explain the proper statement for VPC.
Yes, sir.
Pick an example and
VPC.
say the statement. Every organization will create VPC only. I'm asking you to create a VPC.
No, sir.
Then I asked you to explain VPC. This is what I gave the feedback on first Q&A. The weekend that we took, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then when you guys are correcting here, you need to just think on that when you're making a statement, right?
Yes,
See,
sir.
this looks odd. See, they'll see only once. Again, the next meeting, they'll remove you. Keep in your mind.
Sir,
Tell
I
me
will
what is VPC?
answer this. Yes, sir. VPC, it is virtual private cloud. It will it will lets you provision logically isolated network within the AWS cloud. We are having the some of the components within the VPC. We are having the Cedar block, so it will define the IP range of our VPC, and then we are having the some of the subnets. So it will divides VPC into public subnet and private subnet, and then we are having the attached the internet gateway. So internet gateway, it is enable the internet access for the public subnet, and then we have the component NAT gateway. It will enable the private subnet to access the internet, and then we are having the some route tables. So route table, it will controls the traffic routing, and then we are having the security purpose. We are having the security group, and then NACL. So NACL means network access control language, and then security group, it is virtual firewall for EC2 instance levels. And then we are having the NACL, so it is optional firewall at subnet level. Then in this we are having the some of VPC endpoint, and then in VPC endpoint, it will let you to privately connect your VPC to other AWS services. Then we are having the endpoints. So in the endpoints, interface endpoint, then gateway endpoints. So in the interface endpoint, it is the elastic network interface with private IPs used to connect to some of the AWS services like S3, SNS, SQS, and then we are on the gateway endpoint.
Wait,
So
wait.
gateway.
Wait, where? What is SNS? And
So
I have a lot of
simple.
questions. 1 minute. I have a lot of questions based on your statement only. Tell me, what is SNS?
Simple storage notifications. So when we
How
are
you will
going to after the,
configure 1 minute? How you will configure that SNS to via the VPC?
so after so I didn't configure this.
No, yeah. When you're saying that statement, at least you should aware of the concept statement, right? When they asked, see, I'm asking based on your statement only, right?
Yes, sir.
Then how to make a statement for each and every concept? I just ask for VPC.
Yes, sir. So it's simply lets you provision a logical isolated network within the AWS clouds.
What is it?
So it will lets you provision a logical isolated network
What is mean
within
by
the
logical
AWS.
isolated?
So we in our organization we create a separate VPC for the security purpose.
No, yeah, you mentioned isolated network, right? Some statement.
Yes,
What
sir.
is it? When you're saying isolated, what you understood?
So it will it is like a static isolated.
What is meant by static isolated?
It will not change. It will fix.
Where it will fix and what it will fix?
So in a AWS cloud,
What it
it
will
will
fix?
fix. So it will never change, sir.
What will
We
never
build
change?
the
What will never change?
our VPC, virtual private cloud, our
Obviously,
network.
everyone knows that it will not change only. You made a statement saying isolated, static isolated. What is mean by that? Once you create VPC, it will not change only. What exactly it is going to change and what you are going to fix it. Before that, let's clear your question. What is mean by static isolated? What you understood?
So it's not. It's never change where after we created.
Means VPC statement itself is not change or network
No,
will
sir.
change.
Yes, sir. I need to change my definitions and then.
No,
I
using
will.
definition is okay. You have not even understood the concept clearly.
Yes, sir. I know, sir. I actually by the word by word, I will ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ sir. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ
ಯಾವಾಗ?
ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ sir.
It's been 5 months, right? You are in the system. Linux, Git, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes. Now AWS is done, and one session for Terraform. Right?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you list the modules from Terraform that you worked on?
Sir, AWS, EC2, VPC, then IAM, RDS, EKS, S3 bucket.
Okay. Amruta B.
Yes, Sandeep.
Have you configured Ingress controller?
Yes, I have configured.
Okay. Say like you have one Ingress controller.
Mhm.
Okay, that you need to call. See, Ingress controller is basically, we all know, it transits the traffic from the input to the pods,
Yes.
right? That's why we prefer Ingress controller.
Yes.
Siddesh, can you go on? Can you turn off your camera? Okay. Now your Ingress controller required for multiple pods.
Hmm.
Okay, if that is the case, how you will deploy your Ingress controller and what you will configure that Ingress controller to pick a particular traffic to the particular pod. Say like you have 5 pods.
Hmm.
Your 5 pods required a Ingress controller, or do we need to deploy 5 Ingress controller for 5 pod? You getting my
No.
question?
Yeah. So for that, I have to create a ingress resources, right? For in the ingress resources, I will mention like so what are all the pod we have to use, that I will mention, so that
What
it will
is
pick from the
Ingress
resource.
resources? What are all the Ingress resources?
Like so it should pick from the controller, so that we were mentioning the controller.
That's what is Ingress resources? What resources that you will mention in your configuration?
For example, so I am using only one controller, no need to go for different pod. One controller only can manage all the pods.
Okay. Now if you deployed one controller, how your 5 pods will pick a single controller? What mechanism that you are going to implement?
I can use the labels and the node selector, that one we can use to pick particular pods.
Okay, your controller will be having a label called according to the namespace, say like dev. When you call match labels of one of the pod dev, it will pick that controller and it gets the request and it get processed. What about rest 4 of the pods? What you will are you going to mention the same label all rest of the 4 pods?
No, means like for different pods means, so like I am using for different thing, like example microservices. For that pod, I will use like if I'm using a path based, so I will use for one pod like a slash path, that I will mention. Another pod I will mention like so slash health, or it depends on that, it will route the traffic to the particular pods.
Okay, see, almost you are correct to the answer. Basically, you will write a label in your when you deploy your Ingress controls. We do have the we are going to call that in a pod to pick particular controller, right? So that might be having multiple paths, and we use class name in controllers. Okay, we divide class means, say suppose if you are implementing, if you are in a company called banking sector, you join some banking sector, right? So there are some lot of subdivisions like payments, customers, and transactions, right? So those we name it as class transaction, class payments, class customer data. All 3 are handled by single controller.
Yes.
That we're going to call class name in a pod to pick that particular config in the pod so that it will route the traffic to the particular pod. You getting my point?
Yeah.
That's how it works. Okay. Now tell me when you get a crash loop backoff of your pod.
Mm.
So what you are going to fix and where you will fix?
Basically, crash loop backup error we will get when it is like, so it is trying to launch the pod, so it is getting crashed multiple times and it is reached, so then it will be getting that error. So the because of like so many errors, like so it is getting crashed because of memory is exceeds. So OOM killed it, something we will be getting error. So that with that we will be getting
What is that error?
out of memory OOM
Okay.
killed. So with the memory we will be getting, and
So
so
where
if
you will fix this?
so in the pod, if I mention we have mentioned like a CPU requirement is equals to some like 2 CPU, and like a memory is just a 220 MB. Based on that we have to change.
So basically you will have to fix in the container, right?
Yeah.
Your container should be available.
Hmm.
Crash loop backoff means your application should be available always to deploy your pod, right?
Yes. So if we are
Is your Kubernetes dependent with Docker?
yes.
If that is the case, then where you will fix? Once your container or image is ready, then only your Kubernetes will work. Any concept, right?
Yes.
Have you configured deployments, and why do we configure deployments?
Deployments, like, so we will be with a particular replica set we used to mention there, so it should be available. So if it, even though my pod is one pod of it is crashed, it should be come up with a new pod. So for that we'll be deploying.
Okay, can you tell me the difference between deployments and the daemon set?
Yeah. So daemon set is nothing but, so if we configure daemon set, it should run, each pod should be running on all the nodes. So by defaultly, if we configure that daemon set, the pod will be running on each nodes, so that the pod will be secured, and we can basically we can make use of daemon set. It's for logging, log and metrics based services we need. So that time we'll be going with that. So deployment is nothing but, so it should not pick all the nodes, like a particular node. If we are updating a labels or node selector, so based on that it will schedule the nodes. The pod will be scheduled in the particular nodes. So for that is the difference.
What case we use Affinity?
Affinity is basically, so when it is a flexible, like so the pod affinity is matches with the node affinity, then it will be we will be using that affinity. So example, so I wanted to deploy the pod in a particular node. That affinity I have integrated in the pod, so that should be available in the node also. The affinity part should be mentioned in the node, then only the pod will be deployed the uh, particular node. For that we'll be using affinity. Also, why we are using so it will be flexible. There are two types, like required and preferred. So the required is nothing but, so it should look for an exact match, like whatever we have deployed in the in the key values. So if preferred means it will look for some percentage wise it will look. If it is matched, then it will deploy to the particular node.
Can we configure affinity and anti-affinity for a pod in a single YAML file?
Yes, we can mention. So it should deploy in the particular affinity, whatever column we will mention. Based on that, it should update in the node the affinities matches. No anti-affinity means it should exclude, it should not, will be mentioning in affinity column. So we'll be mentioning where it should not get. So we can use that both.
Rohit. Have you worked on Helm charts?
Yes.
Okay, why do we prefer Helm charts?
We configure the application through the multiple YAML files, multiple manifest Kubernetes files. We have to manage them individually. We have to create them. We have to deploy them individually. We have to manage everything individually. If the service, there is deployments. So an application needs all of the manifest files, right? We can directly create a stack within the Helm charts, and we can directly manage all of it within the Helm chart within a single commands. We can directly mention Helm up so that the whole application comes up, and we can directly manage all of it, all the services within together.
Okay, can we configure Ingress controller via the Helm chart?
Yes, we can. We have to install the Ingress controller using Helm, then we have to set up it.
Okay, say like you have the application version of version 1.2.0.
Okay.
Okay, there are two scenarios. One, you need to fix it immediately, and after it works, where you will fix that particular version to be upgraded. Say like you have an application version of 1.0.1. That version is having some low grade packages, the dependencies. When you upgrade that, when you upgrade it to 1.1 to 1, 1.0.1 to 1.1. Okay, there might be respect of the versions, then let it be that. If that is the case, you need to fix it immediately. Where you will fix, if you are going to fix it immediately, after fixing, where you are going to modify. Are you able to understand the question, or do I need to repeat?
Okay, I will let you know. So in the deployment, I can roll back to the previous version. If it's an emergency, I can just use deployment rollout. So if I want a previous version, then I can roll out to the previous version. Once after fixing it, then I can redeploy to that to the new version. Deployment by default manages the versions, the previous images, the previous containers, the previous pod running pods. It will have the history of all of it. We can directly mention which version do we want in the deployment. Then it will deploy back to the previous version. Once the bug or anything is fixed, then I can redeploy to the particular version.
Okay. So are you going to deploy only the deployment, or you will do the package manager configuration?
Yeah, package manager. If package manager is required, then I have to edit the particular manifest file. Right?
That's what we look for, long-term support. That's what I was asking.
Okay.
So immediate fix, you will do it in deployment. So for
immediate fix, I have to do it in deployment.
For permanent fix, where you will do?
In the container, then the pod YAML files, I have to mention that one in the image.
Pod YAML file. Once you create a pod, you will create only the pod?
No, I will create the services too.
That's what I'm asking. So you are going to create each pod deployment services individually, or how you are going to deploy once you upgrade your application? A permanent fix for a long-term support.
Long-term support, I have to edit the individual files within the Helm chart.
You say that you are going to deploy Helm chart completely, right? Once you point your latest version of an application, an image, you have to say that you are going to redeploy your Helm charts. That's it.
Yes. Okay.
And you don't need to go deploy pod deployment services, and again you will come to Helm charts. No, you say that simple statement saying you will redeploy the Helm charts.
Okay.
That's it, right? Now, what case we use daemon set, and what case we use deployment?
Deployment is for use it for the version control. So we can maintain the versions within the deployment. We can roll out or roll back to the previous version of an application, and even the deployment will maintain the replica set. So if you want multiple pods running for the same service, for same application, for higher availability, we can use the deployment. Then for daemon set will ensure the pod should run on each node. How many nodes we have, it will ensure that every node has the same pod running. So basically, we use the daemon set mainly for the logs collection. If you want the logs of the nodes, even for in that kind of scenarios, we will deploy the daemon set so that the log collector pod will be running on each nodes, and it will get the logs. Even for cron job, if you want every node has to run some particular jobs at a particular time, we can schedule the daemon set on that particular using the master API. For deployments, yeah, for application to maintain replica set and the versions, we use the deployment for application high availability.
Can we set up a cron tab for Helm charts?
No, I have to go through this. I haven't done this till now.
See what Helm charts will do. It's not a matter of go through.
Okay, it's usually a pod, right? We can do it.
Not only pod. Task is, can we configure cron tab for Helm charts?
Yes, we can.
Okay. If that is the case, when you want to build it from CI/CD, so where you will configure and which tool that you will choose to see, your pipeline should always deploy every morning Helm charts, and pod should be created and controllers, whatever the configuration that you do for Helm charts with the up and running application. Say suppose for this groceries application, your application should always up and run, right? And if that is the case, we should deploy via the pipeline, right? Which pipeline that you choose and what the cron tab that you will set up, which option that you choose.
In the Jenkins only, I can directly mention the bash scripting cron tab here there, so that it will by default, if we have installed the kubectl or on that particular machine, if that have the kubeconfig file, by default the cron job will work on that the master API.
Okay, where your cron job you're going to set in Jenkins, which option?
I can directly mention the pipeline as a bash script, right? Using SH, it can run on the default shell. Using
you will mention bash script as Helm.
No, not bash script as Helm. I can mention in the pipeline itself. I can use the bash shell. The bash shell I can mention
kind of manually only, right? Deploy via the pipeline.
Okay, pipeline
and say suppose if you stored your Helm charts in your GitLab or GitHub, maybe Bitbucket, it pulls the Helm chart from your remote and deploy it. It looks for a cron job in your Jenkins and triggers that automatically. So called the automation, right?
Yeah.
So how you will configure this?
I can in the Jenkins server itself. So when okay, I can mention the cron job in the server itself.
That's what. Which option?
So we can. No, I'm not able to understand the question here completely.
You have Helm charts in your remote repository.
Okay.
Okay, that you need to configure via the Jenkins and set up a cron tab via in Jenkins. Your cron tab script should always pull the Helm charts from your remote repository, executes it. That should happen via the Jenkins pipeline.
Okay.
This is what my question.
I can mention directly the Polysym, right? So whatever the time that I mentioned there. So
that's what I was expecting from you. You will either mention Polysym or the build periodically based on the specific commit, right?
Okay. I didn't get the question in the beginning. I now got it.
Okay. Rakshita.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Rakshita.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can we run, say like there is a package which is available in your JFrog Artifactory. Have you configured JFrog Artifactory or are you aware of Artifactory?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why do we use Artifactory?
To maintain the secrets, to store the, we use Artifactory.
We use only to store the secrets.
So I know that to maintain the secrets, we use Artifactory.
You will store secrets in Artifactory?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How you are going to handle secrets in Jenkins? You are going to create secrets from Jenkins and you are going to store it in Artifactory. That's what your statement, right?
No, sir.
Then, okay,
So,
tell
so
me.
basically, Artifactory means.
Wait. Why we use Jenkins and why we use Artifactory or Nexus? Anything?
So Jenkins is for to run the jobs. We use Jenkins. For
Okay. After
Artifactory,
running, what you will get from Jenkins?
sir, after running, no, sir, we will run the jobs in the Jenkins.
That's okay. I know you will run the job from Jenkins. What you are going to generate from Jenkins after running your job? What you will get? What is your output? You getting my question?
Yes, sir.
What is the output of your Jenkins job? Yeah, that's what my question. Say suppose you have a source code of Java, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is the build tool that you choose when you are configuring Jenkins?
Build periodically.
Build tool, I'm asking. What is meant by build periodically?
Build periodically means it will check the source code changes.
Build periodically?
No, it will run on the con jobs with the irrespective of the source code changes.
Are you clear on all the concepts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you are saying yes, then why you are not answering? Okay, tell me what is Jenkins and JFrog Artifactory?
So in Jenkins we can run the jobs, where the Artifactory we will maintain any confidential information in the JFrog Artifactory.
What is meant by confidential information? Okay, when your container will get, have you worked on Docker?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when your container will get created?
By using the image.
By using image, Docker container will get created, right? Correct, right?
Yes, sir.
When? How you are going to map the port in Docker for your container? You getting my question, Rakshita?
No, sir.
You are not getting? Tell me how to log into container.
Docker space exec space -IT. -IT means interactive terminal space container ID /bash. In this command, we can log into the container.
Okay. Now, have you worked on Kubernetes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why do we use services in Kubernetes, and what are the services that you know?
Yes, sir. Kubernetes services are it will provide stable IP address to the pods. They are it will provide stable IP address for the pods. The services is node port, cluster IP, and load balancer. Yes, sir.
What is default
Where
service in your
employees-
Kubernetes?
So basically, Kubernetes services are they are not inferior in nature. where the pods can.
1 minute. What statement that you made? What statement that you made? Temporarily nature.
Yes, sir.
What is mean by that? Can you pronounce that?
Temporarily nature.
What is mean by that?
Sir, means that in pods can it will come and go, but whereas the services will tries to route the traffic to the pods. It will provide stable IP address and DNS name. Services.
From what? From where?
So from routing the traffic.
Okay. If that is the case, when your pod deleted, will your services available in your cluster?
Yes, sir. Pod is deleted.
Will your services available in your Kubernetes cluster?
No, sir.
That's what case we choose services and what is the purpose that we use of service creation.
Services to route the traffic, we create service. We use services. Sir.
Pooja HB.
Oh, yes, Sandeep.
What is labels and selectors?
Label and selector, it is like we define the label name so that the pod selects the given name.
Say it again.
Like it, label is like we attach selectors like we use to match the objects based on the labels.
Okay.
We use selectors to match the pod with the label given.
Okay. What is Calico and how do we configure this?
Calico, it is
What is CNI?
container network interface.
I'm not asking the full form. Why do we use that? What is CNI? Yeah? Why do we use that?
Yes, CNI, like it is the plugin that we use in Kubernetes, so that pod.
CNI is the plugin. Then if that is the case, what is Calico? If CNI is the plugin, then what is Calico then? Why do we use Calico?
Like for networking.
See, you guys are not aware of known concept only, then how you will learn independently when you assign a new task. Did I covered Calico and CNI in the sessions, right? Did I covered or not? Pooja.
Yes, Sandeep.
What is the problem here? We just need to understand because from last 1 or 2 weeks, you are not saying the proper statement. Or did you understood the statement clearly? Or is it confusing here? Because we need to understand how do we gonna move forward then. Pooja.
Yes, Sandeep.
Tell me what is git config?
Sorry, Sandeep, I didn't hear the question.
What is it?
Sorry, the question I didn't hear it properly. The voice got break.
Okay. What is git config?
Git config, like we used to set the configuration, like username and the email.
Okay. So how to resolve merge conflicts?
Merge conflicts, we usually connect with the developer and we ask them like which is the correct version.
Say like there are two branches, branch 1 and the branch 2. How to take a rebase of branch 1 into the branch 2?
Your
So both
rebase
are
of branch
different. Yes. How to take a rebase of branch 1 to the branch 2? Basically, those are different branches. By combined branch, we do take a rebase. The rebased branch, we're gonna build it from via Jenkins to generate a complete package. Right?
Yeah.
How do we do that? You explain the rebase first.
Okay. Rebase it is like we get the linear history.
To get the
linear history. And the merge, if you merge the
wait. I did not get your statement. What is it?
linear history.
Linear history. What is mean by linear history?
Which means like when we rebase the branch, we'll get the like in the if we merge it, we'll get the separate merge commit. Whereas if we do rebase, then
See, I'm saying again and again, don't create the doubts in your statement, right? They need to move to the next question, right? One from Docker, one from Kubernetes, and one from Linux, one from Jenkins, one from Git, and more in cloud. When you keep on saying the same statement, see, even though if it is simple, also fine. See, when you are making a simple statement, looks you have done it, right?
yes.
So when we are asking for git config, we can set up username and the email ID for user, so called git config. And if they are asking for a command, you do git config global. You will set the username and the mail ID, right?
Yes.
You say the simple statement here. Why you are making the statement complicated, right? Looks that you have. See, I can see that you are by heart the statement, or you are doing what to say, the complex statements. The statement should be simple, and let's pick an example and explain to them. That's it, right? Have you configured Jenkins CI/CD from scratch?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain the stages? Can you list the stages that you created?
Like Jenkins pipeline stages or
Jenkins pipeline stages only. Then what else it is?
no, like I thought you're asking the full steps.
Just list the Jenkins stages.
Okay. So we define the checkout stage, and then we build the code, and then we build the Docker image and push it to Artifactory, and then we deploy it to Kubernetes.
Deploy it to Kubernetes. What is mean by that? Just a minute. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So, Pooja, apart from those, what are the stages that you are aware, at least?
we use so once we build the Jenkins pipeline, so it will trigger automatically when there's a change in the and there is a code change in the GitLab. So then we use linting for the basic validation, and then we use SonarQube for the static code analysis. And once it passes the required desired percentage, then we create the Docker image, and then we write the Docker file such that we use the Docker such that we use the minimal base image, and then once it is done, we deploy the Kubernetes cluster. Kubernetes cluster.
Okay. Niharika. What is CNI? See, when you are saying about the cluster, don't mention Minikube. Minikube is for your practice purpose. If they are wantedly asking, have you configured your own cluster, you say Minikube until they ask, until they mention the clusters. Okay. Say like your resume states that you worked on AWS, right? You mentioned that your cluster is hosted in your EKS, means your AWS, right? You can say that, right? And you will connect to that cluster, and you will do whatever the services that we discussed till yesterday. You will do that in your Helm deployment, right? Okay. Can we create a cluster using Terraform templates? I'm not getting your statement. I'm breaking. You said you're not sure. See, whatever the infra that. Yes, that's what we do now. See, whatever the services that which is available in your cloud platform, we only create via the Terraform or the cloud templates. Okay, we use Terraform modules. You will add variables, and the main.tf you will define your modules to create your infra, right? We can create EC2 instance, we can create EKS, we can create load balancers that you will deploy via the pipeline from Jenkins, right? See, Terraform, what you understood about Terraform? Your statement should be generic. Terraform is an infrastructure tool, correct? Respect of the tools. Can we also deploy Jenkins from the Terraform? Are you aware of this? We do download the Jenkins document from the Jenkins document. We download it, and we do create a modules, and we do deploy a Terraform templates. When you are seeing your Jenkins up and running, that is backend which is handled by Terraform, and even Docker, even any tool, right? That's how your statement should be very generic. Terraform is an infrastructure tool where we create our infrastructure. Infra means whatever the project requirement, your database, your pods, sorry, your EC2 your instances, your EKS, your load balancer, your S3 bucket, right? Your VPC, and your EKS, your Jenkins, everything we do deploy via Terraform. Correct, right? Jairam.
Hi, Sandeep. Give me 1 minute.
Okay, until then, let's move to Bari Sagar.
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir. I was just switched to my video to main screen. Yes, I'm available.
Okay. Now, tell me what is readiness and liveness probes?
Readiness and liveness probe, like mainly used for like what we can say, if the pod is not like go down, or the liveness and probeness will help to active
What is mean by that? Can you explain again?
Like if the part is like unhealthy, so in those cases only we use this one will come in the picture, like
Okay. What is the resources that you configure in Kubernetes? Say like your pod resources.
Okay. Like, is that workload components?
Yes, workload components.
Okay, I went with cluster IP, node port, and load balancer, and I didn't write external. Resources like pods, deployment.
Pods and deployments are the resources?
No, sir. Resources, like, give me any one example, sir, to confirm.
See, when we are saying about the resources, your CPU and the memory, right?
Okay, yes.
See, when we are saying about the resources, you should exactly go to there only. Then what else we have in resources?
Okay.
How you will configure that resources?
Resources C groups you are saying, like how much CPU, memory, and disk, and network bandwidth container we can use.
Okay. So how you are going to deploy this? You will deploy individually, or how you are going to deploy it?
Like no, sir. Whenever we are creating a part, like we'll mention the resources, like how much CPU memory we needed, and so we'll mention in the part and we'll deploy.
What is Docker volume?
Docker volume to store the data, like whatever in that Docker image we create now. So we use to store the data, we use the Docker volume. There we have like 4 Docker volumes. One is default Docker volume is we have like named volumes, and that is like a default value. Whenever Docker is created, it will automatically creates, and it manages the by Docker. And we have one more thing is like host volume. Host volume, like whenever we mount a directory or file from the host machine into the container, then we use this for the host volumes. This will useful for development and debugging purpose. We use the host volumes. And one more, we have like anonymous volumes. Like whenever a user create a volume without specifying a name, so Docker itself will create a random name. And there is one more value which is like a TMPFS value. Like it is like used for temporary purpose. Whenever the Docker restart, the the value which is stored, it will delete automatically. So this is for these are Docker values.
Okay. Bari Sagar. Bari Sagar. Okay. See, like you configured Jenkins pipeline, right?
Yeah.
So say like how you're going to capture each stage error from your Jenkins pipeline. Say like one of the stage got failed, and you will have to capture the error and you need to stop the pipeline.
Through the pipeline, I should capture the error, or like it will be stored. No, like that also I can.
Now, how you are going to capture the error from your pipeline?
Through pipeline. So we have the matrices. So through the we'll be having the build logs. One we can build the logs. So from that we can get. So even in the console output logs also in the Jenkins.
Okay. How? Wait, you got. See, I'm asking Jenkins file perspective. How your error will get printed in your console output? What you are going to do?
So in the console output, see when the build everything is done, we will get an output. So
no. Wait. Console output will go later.
Yeah.
I'm asking in the Jenkins file itself how you are going to capture the error. Then you go for your console.
Yeah, in the while building only, I think we can build the logs and we can move that to the artifactories like build.log. In the stage we can mention that. So all the logs, or we can move into the artifactories that we can do.
No. See, my question is very simple. You need to capture the error if the particular stage is failed. That's it. How you are going to write your Jenkins file to capture the error? Based on your capture error only, you will debug your Jenkins log, right? When based on your Jenkins log only, you are trying to debug, right?
I'm not getting something, but I know Jenkins logs will be stored in var log Jenkins, and
No.
then
Logs storage, we know that, but I want you to capture the error. See, there is a model or GUI model called catch errors.
Yes. A try catch. Yes.
Either you try catch or catch errors. And in each stage when you implement, you will get to know. Suppose when you are cloning a repository, when your clone failed, you will get triggered failure, right?
Yes, Sandeep. Yeah, try catch.
You need to go through that. At least when you need to remember, if you know the concept, you need to remember.
No. I have done this, but suddenly I just messed up. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Guys will connect tomorrow morning 7 a.m. Rest of the guys will ask tomorrow. Abdullah and even Bari Sagar also, right? I asked few questions and Naga Reddy. Okay.
Yes,
we'll connect tomorrow morning for a class. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.